all the way from New York City, with Hollywood's It Boy, Joshua Miller. Good evening, sir.
How's it going, Radio Xtravaganza?
Xtravaganza. We're fine. How is it in New York? Is it cold?
It's amazing. It's cold, but you know it's been cold in LA for a while, so it kind of prepared me for this. But I'm having a fucking great time. Great.
Yeah, very cool. All right, I want to remind our listeners that you can call in to talk to us tonight at 347-326-9229 if you're in the United States. And, of course, Auntie Anita, do you remember the number in the UK?
No, I don't.
Okay, I have it somewhere. I'm so professional. Here we go. The number in the UK hotline is 08709741645. It's a service brought to you by MetroDate.com. The number in the UK is 08709741645. In the US of A, 347-326-9229. And we are joined with Joshua Miller tonight from New York. So your intro was telephone, a little mix-up of it. And
I loved it. I thought it was great.
I did too. Our producer said that is the intro music for Joshua Miller. So tell us, Joshua Miller, what was going on in LA before you kicked it to New York?
Let's see. I left on Wednesday, and Wednesday's actually really fucking amazing in Hollywood right now. The promoter, Paul Nichols, put together this amazing concept that's been around for a long time called the circus. So he took it, and it's the stripper circus every Wednesday night at your lounge with DJ Shishi LaRue, and it's cool. The best thing about it was that we needed to utilize the VIP booths that weren't being used during the week. So he made every VIP booth a carnival game. So when you buy a drink, you get a ticket, and you can play the games. And I call it the most interactive night in West Hollywood, where you come there and you have a good time, and you can play games and meet hot guys. And the best part about it is that at midnight the dancers all strip, and that's kind of like the big draw, and that's why it's called the stripper circus. So it's pretty rad.
And Shishi DJs the music at your lounge on that night?
Yes.
Very cool. Of course, they were.
Well, when she's on town, she's a very busy drag queen. So she goes out of town and does a lot of gigs. But when she's in town, she's there every Wednesday.
Very cool. I love Shishi LaRue. Now, let me ask you this. I thought, and you please correct me because I didn't get a chance to have a proper pre-interview with you, but you were recently at the AMA's Dancing with Pink. Is that right?
Right.
Do you know Pink?
Now I do.
She used to live here in Atlanta. Did you know that?
Yeah. I think she got her start there in Atlanta, and she was in a girl group.
Mhm. Yeah, that's right.
And then Babyface and L.A. Reid, they took her and made her a big megastar.
They did. Yeah, when she was just Alicia, but before she was famous, when she was doing like evening or late night gigs around town, she worked at a drive-thru. And it's just amazing, like in a decade, how this artist became the top of her game. So that's really cool. And
well, you know what? The best part about Pink was that I really didn't understand, how she got so big until I worked with her, because when we were doing run-throughs, when we were just doing mic checks, she was treating it like it was full-out performance all the time, and she's pregnant now, so congratulations to Pink for her upcoming baby. But, it was amazing to see her at work and see how dedicated she is to her music, and number one, her voice is just ridiculous. I mean, even at sound check, it's always full out with her, and it goes to show out, if you're full out and you really go for what you want to do, you can do it. And it's only been 10 years, but she busted her ass, and now she's one of the biggest stars in the world.
So let me ask you this, Joshua. Clearly, LA is where pop stars are made. Like, they hone their craft in different cities, especially here in Atlanta. But speaking of Pink, her genre changed. She used to be the R&B girl, and now she's clearly rock and roll pop.
Right.
So LA is where it's at. So you get the opportunity of meeting people who are on their way up. Are there any other celebrities that you hobnob with, or that come out to hear lounge, or that you represent?
You know what? There's so much great upcoming talent, like Erica Jane, who's totally worked the dance circuit, and she is amazing. She's a ridiculous performer. Another one is Katarina Graham, who's on the Vampire Diaries. She came out with her video for Sassy, and that she asked me to be in it as well. And my friend King Queen, who's like this other upcoming rock pop dance artist that has really torn up the circuit in LA, and she actually performed on the red carpet at the AMAs. Lisa D'Amato, who is amazing, is like total underground, gay-friendly pop artist who's, LA is full of amazing talent, and if you're up and coming, you got to be in LA because that's where it's at, and that's how you grow.
Yeah, that's what we love, Lisa. Lisa's a really good friend to Radio Xtravaganza. She came last month, or the month before it was last month, to talk to us about her upcoming EP, Faded Fluorescent, and she's making the video tonight out in Hollywood, and love her. You're so right. She's so underground, and her talent is so interesting. So let's talk about Joshua Miller. What have you been doing in New York?
I came here to visit my brother Shane Hawk. I missed him. He just moved here a couple months ago. And he ended up saying, hey, while you're here, why don't you work? So, a couple nights I performed at Esquilita here in New York City. I've just been like having a great time and spending time with Shane. And tomorrow we're going to go ice skating at the Rockefeller Center. We're kind of just doing it up, thanks to Odyssey Magazine here in New York, that, we are able to meet the people that I need to meet and, get the gigs and meet all the stars like Bianca Del Rio and Sherry Vine and Caswell and Amanda Lepore. If it wasn't for Odyssey Magazine, I wouldn't be able to meet all these huge people, and it's just been a really amazing experience.
I love everybody that you mentioned. I saw Shane Hawk in the YouTube hit reality show, The Heels. And we had
The Heels.
Yes, The Heels. Okay. And we had those crazy girls on our show, I think the second or the first, the premiere of Radio Xtravaganza. We had Alyssa and Gina. And we talked about Shane because he was, to me and my producer, a character and that couldn't be forgotten. So I don't know him, but in person, is he as pumped and speedy as in the videos?
Let me tell you, the camera is never off for Shane. He is crazy, off the wall, and it's ridiculous, the things that come out of his mouth and his energy. I don't know where he gets it from, but it's like that from the moment he wakes up until, I think it still goes on in his sleep. It has to. I'm happy to call him my best friend, and he's, we're brothers. I like to call him my brother. We fight, we love each other, we get along, we piss each other off. But at the end of the day, he's my family, and I love him. He's amazing.
Well, I love that. That's what, of course, Radio Xtravaganza, House of Xtravaganza. We love family, and that's so important. Well, how cute! He's so cute too. Is he?
Well, I'm an adopted daughter of the Xtravaganza family from Hector Xtravaganza in Los Angeles. He's the best voguer in Los Angeles, and he's been a huge, huge supporter of myself and Rhea Latre. And he's, I'm his daughter, and I call him mother, and so I feel like it's so proper that I'm on Radio Xtravaganza because I feel part of the family.
I think it's properly that. So welcome. Welcome to Radio Xtravaganza, and stay close. If you can, hang out with us for just a minute. We have a quick break. We're going to come right back, take some phone calls. Is that cool?
That's right.
All right. Hang tight, hang close. This is Radio Xtravaganza.